nothing less astounding, right? All right, so here we have the technology. Clearly, we have the talent. Now we wait for history. Back to you.
All right, thanks, Samson. It feels good to know that we have locked on target dimorphos. Now, earlier we asked you to send in your questions by using the hashtag Planetary Defender. And I am joined
what up, YouTube?
By two real-life Planetary Defenders. We have Kelly Bass and Lucas Paganini, both from NASA's Planetary Defense Coordination Office. Let's dive into what you want to know. So, Kelly, Lucas, before I get to social media,
let me make sure everything's set up correctly.
A special question from a familiar face, especially if you're into football. So let's take a moment and hear from him.
What's up? I'm Joshua Dobbs, quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. Now, the question for NASA starter. On the field, I've used precision passing in order to get the football in the hands of my teammates.
Let me get soundtracks turned off. What up, YouTube? We're going to be airing the NASA DART impact with the alleged asteroid. So we're going to be reacting. Welcome to the stream. We're going to be reacting. It's going down in like 15 minutes. So this is DART. If you guys are not aware, NASA has created this DART-like missile that they're shooting up at an asteroid. It's going to be live televised. You guys can tune in to their YouTube channel. It's all over every news outlet right now. So we're doing a reaction to it right now in live time. Guys, do me a favor. Leave me a fat thumbs up. Let me get audio. Let me get audio on point. Let me get the resolution on point. Come on, NASA. You're streaming in 720p, bro? Wow. Gee, Merry Christmas. Can I pop? I wonder if I can pop out their chat. Oh, I can pop out their chat. Beast. Beast, 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 beast. Watch this. Watch this. All right, now. This is their chat. We don't need that. It's cool that we can bring up their own chat, I suppose. They just got lock. They just got target lock. It just happened. You guys know what target lock is? Target lock is their missile just got a target lock on the asteroid, and it's about to hit in about 15 minutes. Dude, let's say for the sake of NASA that they really did get through the Van Allen belt, which we haven't been able to ever, aka the firmament. Let's say they got through there and they hit this thing. What happens if it explodes? Because they're shooting a nuke into it. What happens if it explodes and rains down on us? Catastrophic event? Can anybody say reset? Have we been here before? Is this a thing that we keep trying to do? As a human, as a human. Oh, wait a minute. Like, I'm not feeling too comfortable about this. You guys need to keep the missiles out of the fucking sky. Don't be shooting shit up there because we all want to stay alive. It's my reaction. Welcome to the stream, everybody. We'll be worrying about GTA here in a little bit. I gotta see the impact. I have to see the impact. This is like a once in a lifetime. This is gonna be the biggest impact we have ever done in human history. I have to see what people are saying. People are... yeah, let me see this. Let me see their chat. So I'm building their own platform in more of a suitable way for us to actually impact 40 minutes away. I said 15 earlier. My bad. Let me turn off deals. These where can I turn off closed caption? There we go. All right, now let me add audio, because I know you guys can't hear crap. So let's listen to what they're saying.
To speed that up, NASA's working on the Near Earth Object Surveyor space telescope that would look in the infrared and have a different perspective, complement the ground-based telescopes to accelerate things just so that we know, is there a threat out there that we're facing that we do not yet know about?
Wow, I mean, it's incredible just to know the work that is already being done. It's good to know that we're building off of it, but it's good to know we've already got some people watching the skies. And so I have our next question from Alan on Twitter, who asks, How long does it take for pictures to reach Earth?
I don't know where I want it.
Kelly?
Well,
I'm not sure where I want
the
this.
time it takes light and then a radio signal from the spacecraft to come to Earth is 38 seconds.
That's
but then there's also
supposedly
time needed
the
to
target
process
right
the
there.
images, so a few more seconds on top of that. So under a minute, but still it's not instantaneous because it's a ways out there.
Well, that makes sense. I mean, but under a minute to get something back from space, I'd say we're doing pretty good.
What if we switch into
So, Lucas, Kelly, thank you so much for everything that y'all are doing to keep our planet safe.
Thanks, Sahir.
And so it's important to note that tonight we're attempting something that's never
better.
been done. And with that presents many challenges to overcome. Here's what makes DART a first-of-its-kind mission.
The DART mission is a very difficult mission because we are trying to do something that hasn't been done before.
This is the first time we're going to an asteroid that is this small, this dark, and we're actually going to attempt an impact.
The DART mission is really something that the whole world can get behind.
We're doing this mission to prove that we can deflect an asteroid.
You guys are in that
if we
chat.
find one
I can
that
see your
is
guys' chats going up.
on an impact course for
Somebody's
Earth.
over there on
Trying
the
to
chatting.
hit an asteroid
They're from the God. I'm gonna type
163
God
meters
Squad in
long,
there.
which is about the size
Hold
of the
up.
Washington Monument, while flying at 6 kilometers per second.
Hold
which
on,
is
hold
like
on.
Going from New York to DC.
GSQD,
There is no
GSQD,
chance that this asteroid could ever
GSQD,
hit Earth.
GSQD. Bam.
Very small.
God Squad in there.
It's only about the
NASA
size of a
chat.
small football stadium, and it's almost 7 million miles away from the Earth. That's 28 times the distance between the Earth and the Moon.
There's kind of a limit on how much mass you can launch into space. You know, rockets are only so
I don't
big.
know if I quite believe all this, man. I really don't know if I quite believe it.
A golf cart.
Draco is the primary
Draco?
instrument on the DART
The
spacecraft.
Draco
It is the
instrument?
camera that is-
Pause. Right now they're showing what is called the Draco instrument. It's a telescope.
is going to be imaging the Didymos system.
Okay, live on YouTube and every news outlet, you can watch NASA shooting their DART up into the sky 7 million miles away and hitting a giant asteroid and blowing that bitch up. They're literally blowing up an asteroid. It's not only an asteroid, it's an asteroid tied to another bigger asteroid. They're blowing it up on live television. Impact is in 37 minutes. Turn timer off. Let me get that timer off. This is live.
As we approach,
When we first see the asteroid through Draco, it's just going to look like a pixel.
there's a star tracker on board that takes images of the stars and compares them to a known catalog to determine which way it's pointing in space. It poses the biggest risk because
I'm moving me up here so you guys can see what's down here. That's the actual image of the target they're getting ready to hit.
and those measurements are gonna
You guys should be able to go outside and look at the sky and see it when it happens. It's gonna be
commands that will
too bad they couldn't have did this at nighttime.
There
It's
is a
nighttime
very small
somewhere.
probability that we don't hit
Those
the
of you that are actually
Even
at
if we do
night,
everything right. Our sensors work well. Our spacecraft is doing well. We are looking. We're finding the asteroid. Even then, we might still.
here, I'll just sit right on top of their camera.
Recognize an object we've never seen before.
And let me
the
turn
way
the
we
volume
do
up.
that Is by taking pictures of the asteroid and then interpreting where it is in space and guiding itself to it.
The spacecraft is controlling itself. SmartNav is guiding the spacecraft, and we have very limited ability to respond.
don't
in
believe
that
this
time.
shit.
So it has to do it all by itself.
And at about 2.5 minutes out, we cease all maneuvering and we coast until we hit the asteroid.
It is going very, very fast. towards
Clearly,
the
this is
asteroid,
all
traveling at
CGI.
6 kilometers per secsecond.
You see that
200
asteroid
times
attached to
faster
the
than a
bigger
car
one?
on the freeway. So when we
Stop.
hit,
Let's pause. Pause. Time out. What do you think's going to happen to the tidal lock that the small one is doing? Where do you think the trajectory of the bigger one is going to do? It's going to deviate from its original trajectory. They're dumber than fuck. If this is real, they're dumber than fuck. Why knock that one that's attached to another one that's orbiting or tidal locked with another bigger one? Bro, straight catastrophic event is on our front door because of this. if this is true.
All of that mass, all of that momentum pushes the asteroid.
Even giving it a small nudge will allow it to change its
See the little
course.
one a
But
bit
if we did see
orbiting
an
a bigger
asteroid
one?
on track
Why
for
knock the
Earth,
little one out of the
this
way?
would be enough of a deflection.
It's like a bittersweet moment. Yeah, all this hard work just got destroyed, but that was exactly why we put it all together.
Of all the endeavors that we do for space and in space, this is probably one of the ones that one day will be the most important thing that we've ever done.
In the future, I hope that DART can teach us what ways work and what ways don't work for planetary defense.
Because it is humankind's first demonstration that we have gained the knowledge and the technology to be able to protect the Earth from an asteroid impact.
Space exploration is rooted in pushing past boundaries. Remember, tonight is a test, and we hope to make impact. Now that you've learned of the challenges today's test, let's head back to mission operations and get a status update on DART's real-time progress. Samson, how are we looking?
Hey, Tahira, we have 30
Yeah,
minutes
what?
to go
That's
until
my
impact.
question.
As we heard earlier, so far so good. SmartNav is now targeting...
What the hell?
Thrusters are firing, maneuvering the spacecraft. Draco, DART's eye, playing...
My question is, what's going to be the result of it? We got 34 minutes until they do it, until it happens, allegedly.
What you're seeing on the Draco feed is...
Hopefully it's far enough away it doesn't have any effect on the Earth.
Signal delay and image processing. And coming up, we're about to see the team conduct a final poll...
That little robot is a 32-ton nuclear warhead they're shooting into. It's like it's astronomically, it may look little, but it's a big bitch.
Integrity. Betsy Congdon, DART's mechanical systems engineer. Betsy, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you.
So you led the team...
I don't know, let me look at the specs of the DART. Let me find the specs of the DART.
Yeah, so my job is
Let me look up specs of the DART.
all physically put all these boxes that you've been hearing, bolts and all onto a spacecraft altogether.
Let's go
with mission. So
specs on NASA's
how many people? Do you have any idea at this point?
Oh man, so I mean, DART has
NASA's
been around
DART.
for a long time, but really started in earnest.
The DART spacecraft. Oh, this thing is little.
And,
The DART spacecraft is 6 feet long with a diameter of 3 feet
and so it's been hundreds of hours.
and weighs approximately 800 pounds with fuel. Orbital Science Corporation awarded contracts to design and develop the DART flight demonstrator, including orbital flight test and launch with the Pegasus vehicle. Fact sheet.
You were checking off of that.
How fast asteroid?
To get the spacecraft to where it is right now, and hopefully
Double asteroid redirection. Double asteroid redirection. Like, what are they doing, man?
Goes through its own individual
How fast will the DART hit? How big will the DART? How big is the DART asteroid? How does NASA's DART work?
make sure it's going to work in space,
You guys can look this up. I'll put this link.
and then put it on a shaker table and actually mimic launch. And so it actually goes through all of that. as
I don't know if that
full
link will
space
fit.
individual components. So we go through a lot of testing.
Put the link
mission
in the
operations,
chat.
mission
Will it go?
simulations to get
So
to this
to get to this page, tap on the link there.
included, you mentioned so much array. Is that also accounting for the temperature fluctuations in space? That's another key part.
Yeah, so we have chambers here at APL that are specially built to take
We'll be
these
playing
spacecraft,
GTA soon, but
vacuum of space,
for right now, I kind of want to check out.
Is it like one test and we're done, or are you something testing and testing?
lots and lots of testing, and that's what makes it, so perfect. We're seeing these great images.
They have slow mode is on their chat too, so you can't blow up their chat.
Because once it's in space, there's not a lot of ways to fix it.
Right. But
We
do
need
you
to-
ever, think about that one panel,
Let's go into live chat.
one component that gives you a little bit of heartburn in the clean room, and you're up and
Okay, so welcome to our live broadcast of the net. Hold on. Let's pause this. Let me look at this thing they have in their chat. Welcome to our live broadcast of DART mission, our first test of planetary defense. Impact is expected at 7:14 p.m. Eastern Time Zone. So we got like a half hour. In fact, 31 minutes. Have any questions? Ask away, it says, with slow mode on. Come on, man.
Everything,
So what I'm going to do is refresh.
we had a lot of new technologies, which are really exciting.
I'm going to refresh so it catches up because we've lagged behind. So I'm gonna refresh to catch the red line up to the real time here. Oh, they're not talking? Weird. They quit talking? Look at their chat, bro.
This is Dart MSC on DT Mock. It is time for the last status poll. Yes. We're about, what, 7,000 miles from Dimorphos at this point, so yay. All right, image quality. How are we doing?
Still looking very good.
Dimorphos is the name of the asteroid they're hitting.
That same brightness predict as Didymos.
That's great. All right.
Maneuver complete.
DART was launched yesterday from Florida.
Yes, thank you.
I believe it was launched yesterday from Florida, from Cape Canaveral. I don't not 100% for sure. They used Elon's SpaceX technology. You can check that out on that link I already put in the chat.
That's looking fantastic. Very excited. All right, GNC.
Yeah, GNC also looking good. We've been very.
Turn on your news, Sparrows.
So we've been waiting a long time.
It's everywhere. Turn your fucking news on.
This is great.
Turn on the TV.
Autonomy.
It's on every news outlet. It's on.
Autonomy is
It's
green,
everywhere.
The heaters are cycling nominally.
It's the impact. The impact that NASA's shooting their DART. The DART impact with the asteroid.
GSN.
It's everywhere. Happens in 27 minutes.
Green and ESA is green. Got plenty of margin. Looks good.
All right, ground systems.
Ground system has been helping a few users manage clients, but
I'm too stupid to work for NASA. Me too. I don't.
Yes, wonderful. Thank you, guys.
It's Discovery Channel. Turn on the Discovery Channel. They've got title lock, or they've got target lock, like 10 minutes ago.
All right, so Didymos is looking like itself. Let's see what Dimorphos
I want to
is
see the
looking like
CGI.
too.
I really want to see the CGI. I want to see the level of CGI they used during impact. In 27 minutes, guys. Bear with me. Meanwhile, hit the like button.
All right, we're about to hear from Lena Adams from the Mission Operations Center.
Hi, Samson.
Hi, Lena. That sounded very positive. How's it going in there?
Oh, it's going great. It's going great. We've locked on Dimorphos. We're maneuvering towards it, and yeah, everything is looking really good. We were at the time of the poll within just a few meters of projected miss distance, which means we were hitting towards the center. And at this point, we're coming back there about 30 meters off the center of the lit portion of Dimorphos as of right now. We've executed 2 burns. And everything's looking on track.
Oh, that sounds wonderful, Lena. Thanks so much for that, and good luck on the final stretch.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Wow.
All right, Betsy. We had that very positive poll. Lots of fantastics, lots of clapping. We heard Lena in a very positive mood. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. It's amazing to see the actual dots on the screen for real coming down from the spacecraft.
Very exciting. Any words of encouragement for the team?
I mean, obviously, they're doing a great job. They've practiced a ton, and we're ready. Go DART.
You've heard it all loud and clear, Tahira. All systems are going. We remain on track for impact. And like Betsy just said, go DART. Back to you.
All right, what an exciting update, Samson. You just heard it. All systems are go. Mission operations confirm the spacecraft is on track for impact. But in order to hit the mark, the test must first locate its target. That's why Johns Hopkins APL engineer Michelle Chen helped develop new autonomous navigation techniques that will ensure a bullseye. Let's take a look.
Never in my life would I have thought I would take a couple $100 million spacecraft and crash it into an asteroid. My name is Michelle Chen, and I lead the team that is responsible for the autonomous navigation of DART spacecraft to hit an asteroid. The DART mission is the first planetary defense test mission. Our goal is to hit and impact an asteroid to understand and study the momentum transfer so that we could potentially later down the road, if we need to, deflect an asteroid on its way to Earth. I am the SmartNav lead. SmartNav stands for Small Body Maneuvering, Autonomous Real-Time Navigation. SmartNav, I always consider it sort of like the brains. And so the camera, Draco, is essentially the eyes. The algorithm has to identify and hit the target in the field of view of the camera. We're flying at over 6 kilometers a second. It essentially occupies a pixel up until possibly 30 minutes prior to impact. And then that's where everything gets really exciting. And so you could just imagine if it was a human being joysticking this. Because we don't know for sure what the asteroids look like, our simulation gives us the capability to use different asteroid shapes and asteroid objects to see that our SmartNav algorithm performs.
Y'all got cameras.
We're super excited.
How do you not know what it looks like? You're using cameras.
I love pushing the boundaries, and I love the application of math into real-world problems. You know, and then seeing it actually doing its thing. To me, there's nothing cooler than that.
Wow, bro.
If
I'm
you're
kind
just
of
joining us, we're about
skeptic, man.
24
I'm really
minutes
skeptic.
away from DART's impact with asteroid Dimorphos. The spacecraft is flying at 4 miles per second, guided only by its autonomous navigation system. I'm here now with Tom Statler, DART program scientist, and Don Graninger, DART impact modeler. Tom, Don, thank you for being here with us tonight. We have some good news happening, but we did just hear about the challenges that DART is facing tonight. So, Don, could
We
you
got
tell us
23
a little bit
minutes
about what kind
for
of
impact.
uncertainty exists with a mission like this?
Yeah, sure. So what's really interesting is that until just, even a few minutes ago, I feel like we're just getting our first looks at Dimorphos. And so we have absolutely no idea what we're going to be impacting into. It could be covered in rubble pile. It could be just a completely different shape. We don't know until we really write up on that impact. And that's probably one of our biggest uncertainties on this.
I mean, but that's what really makes tonight
Isn't that kind of
so
dangerous?
exciting. And so, Tom, could you expand a little bit more on how we will use this information in the future if all goes successfully?
Well, this test is really important to understand how we might be able to deflect asteroids in the future. And when we measure the change in the binary period of Dimorphos, and we will understand how the asteroid reacted to our kinetic impact. And then as we get deeper understanding into exactly what the geology was of that asteroid, that's the basic information that's going to help us refine our physics understanding of asteroids and our ability to compute and predict, like Don does, run these fantastic codes and extend this knowledge to really have a good plan for how we might react.
It's because they're not in space, man. It's all fake.
That is different from Dimorphos.
Well, hey, I mean, it's better to be safe than sorry.
So they use
it sounds
they
like
use the
y'all's
guise of
party is
math.
really just getting started after impact. So congratulations on your success so far. It has been a pleasure. Thank you so much. Now, any second, we should be learning if DART has a precision lock on its target Dimorphos. This is a key milestone critical to tonight's success. Samson, mission operations must be buzzing. How are things going?
Hey, Tahira, the energy is indeed electric, and the team is hyper-focused. You could hear a pin
All
drop
that shit
right
is
now as we're kicking
CGI.
off on
The
critical
24-hour stream
precision
showing Earth,
arc from
it's
impact.
100%
And expecting to
CGI.
hear from the team that SmartNav is now precision locked onto Dimorphos, which means that SmartNav will be tracking only Dimorphos from here on out. Why? SmartNav has full confidence that we're in fact tracking Dimorphos, and so we want to remove any confusion by
We got 21 minutes left, and they've got precision lock on it now.
Shape could be such that there's a lot of shadowing, which could make it seem in the Draco imagery like multiple blobs, as the team likes to call them. And we don't want SmartNav to mistake any of those blobs
If you
for
can keep your eye on
so we're
outside
doing a
sky,
little
if
checking to
you're
all
anywhere
the
near a window,
for that announcement,
might be smart to do
precision
so.
lock.
I got my cameras pulled up right now on my outside of my house.
Actually, we have some time until we hear that.
Let me fix deal again because they keep rearranging the format of their stream for talking points and stuff. So let me get this out of the way. This is their live chat right here too, by the way. This is their live chat just going berserk. Their live chat is literally going berserk right now.
We expect to be in precision lock soon.
This is the official NASA channel on YouTube that you guys can subscribe to and take a peek or look at it right here. We got 19 minutes before impact. Everybody pray. Everybody pray. Everybody get your bug out bags. Get your bug out bags. If you got some dabs, take a big long dab hit because it might be the end of the world. You never know.
We are waiting for confirmation of precision lock.
Yeah, they launched the DART yesterday, I believe, or the day before. I think it was launched from Florida like 2 days ago, and it took this long to get. They're within range of it now, is what they're saying.
Go ahead, SN5.
We are precision locked and still tracking Dimorphos.
Yes.
We are soon going to hear again from Elena Adams.
This is great. This is DART MSC on DT Mach. So this was our last milestone. At this point, we're going to be working towards Dimorphos. I expect we're going to do some burns. We're about 4,500 miles away from Didymos and Dimorphos. So
Yeah, they launched it 2 days ago, and it's been yeah.
Ground star 41, C2.
Right, joining me now to react to that bit of good news.
It took this long for it, like it's took like almost 2 days for it to get to where it's in precision lock, where they've got the target in sight now.
Things are looking good. And we are now
Like a day ago, day and a half ago.
Truth, how are you holding up?
Oh, I'm doing great.
That was also all over the news.
Great. The spacecraft's doing great. It's this precision lock, is absolute milestone for the terminal phase here. We've got a good signature on Dimorphos, so the spacecraft has what it needs to guide itself in for the impact here in 17, almost 18 minutes. So we're doing great.
Buy everything
So
for free,
close.
glitch. Jesus
Very
Christ.
exciting moments ahead. Now, we can't say this enough, and I know you've said it so many times, but it's worth repeating for viewers that Dimorphos is not a threat to Earth, nor will it be
I just
after
seen
impact, right?
in their
That's
chat
right.
that you can't even read. I just seen Beth rules the world. Beth, GTA community's in their chat right now.
Orbit right now to Earth. So from this point forward, it's going to be moving away from Earth. So there's no chance of anything.
They got a 3-minute slow mode is on their chat right now.
Unknown asteroids out there still.
Awesome.
Oh my God! Look at their chat going freaking off the
Thanks so much,
chain.
Lindley. I'll catch you on the other side of impact.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if you can.
Back to you, Tahira.
All right, thanks, Samson. It is amazing to know that we have a precision lock on target Dimorphos. Now, we have a fun way for you to join our mission.
So we got 16 minutes till impact.
Be a planetary defender.
This is in real life, real time right now. 6:58 Eastern Time Zone. Today, 9/26/2022.
A certificate like this one. Now, once it's official, show us on social media using the hashtag Planetary Defender. Now, telescopes from around the world are observing tonight's impact to ensure that how successful we are at changing the asteroid's orbit. They'll be measuring this success. And you may be wondering, how does that happen? Let's go behind the scenes.
To
with
ensure?
Nick Moskovitz
The
at
fuck are you
Lowell
ensuring?
Observatory, home to the telescope that discovers
What can we
Pluto,
do about
to
it?
See what's in store for DART.
This is Lowell Observatory. Lowell is one of
Telescopes around the world can't do shit now. You already done launched it.
NASA's first ever planetary defense test mission to see how much a spacecraft impact can deflect an asteroid in its orbit. This is where Pluto was discovered, and we are still doing research in all areas of astronomy.
What if the Russians pause? What if the Russians shoot up their DART and intercept our DART, knock it out of the way, and we get like a big goal? Interception! Whoa! And the crowd goes wild. What if something like that happens? What if like some alien species sends their like thing and just knocks the dart right out of the way, right on live TV. Do you know how pissed NASA would be? NASA would be like, oh, all this money and work to do this, to put this on.
This is the Pluto telescope.
Here, let me refresh deal. Let me refresh deal. Because anytime I pause it,
Discovery telescope. This is what a
ruins.
telescope looks like. This is what we will be using to study,
You know where we are in their live stream.
days and weeks after DART impact. The DART spacecraft will be hitting an asteroid called Dimorphos. It's special because it's a binary asteroid, which means a satellite around a larger asteroid called Didymos. And DART will actually be hitting Dimorphos. And what we will be measuring is how much DART changes the orbit.
Bro,
of
that's
Dimorphos
dangerous.
around Didymos. So this is an important test for planetary.
It's going to knock the orbit or trajectory, that bigger one. That's not
The
good.
Discovery telescope is one of many telescopes around the world which will be used to study Didymos and Dimorphos. It's really a global coordinated effort. And what we're looking at here is a large 4.3 meter primary mirror that's in the middle of the telescope tube here. Up at the top is a secondary mirror. The secondary mirror up top there is what is focusing the light down onto the instruments and allows us to take images with the camera that's located down at the bottom. This is maybe one of my favorite hidden rooms at the telescope. We're like standing inside the telescope, underneath the telescope, 100 tons above your head, held up by this and this, which is cool. It's sort of, as you can see, the highest peak around here, just over 8,000 feet. I come up here for sunset, because you know, sun setting right there, it's perfect. For DART, we're going to be collecting images of the night sky. And typically an observer would be here in front of one of these consoles controlling the instrument and taking images like these as they're coming in off the telescope. DART is really a sort of before and after experiment. We need to understand the system before the spacecraft intentionally impacts, and then we have to understand what the outcome of that impact event is. As we watch from the Earth, Dimorphos will pass in front of Didymos and behind Didymos. What we will be doing with those images is measuring the brightness of Didymos in those images and looking at how that brightness changes. And those dips in brightness allow us to measure when these eclipses happen and measure the orbit period of Dimorphos. And so you have essentially a fixed star field here. All the white dots are stars of different brightness, and moving through this field is Didymos and Dimorphos, which again, we can't distinguish them as discrete points of light, but we have that small object moving through the field of view. So after impact, we will then be able to go back and start observing intensely, looking for those mutual events, those eclipse events of Dimorphos passing in front of and behind Didymos. And on each one of these frames, we're measuring the brightness to assess whether or not it's undergoing one of these events where Dimorphos is passing in front of or behind, and using those to determine the orbit period of Dimorphos around Didymos. This is such a cool experiment. It's such a singular experiment. Using the ground-based telescopes like this one and others around the world to watch the system and see how it's affected by this impact event, because that's really what's going to give us the answer to what did DART do at the time of impact. And that will be exciting to see how that evolves over the days and weeks following that impact.
All right. After a 10-month, 470 million mile journey, DART is just minutes away from making history. A truly global effort, this mission has brought together people from around the world, united under one goal: to find a way to protect humanity from a hazardous asteroid if one were ever discovered. Now, usually NASA spacecraft are intended to operate for many years.
Their stream res is crappy.
DART was built to be destroyed. DART is a mission of firsts, proving that a spacecraft can autonomously seek, find, and approach a target in space that's so far away we don't even know what it looks like. It also marks the first time humanity will have moved a planetary body in the universe.
We got 10 minutes and 55 seconds and counting.
At this point, the spacecraft is controlling itself, making small maneuvers to ensure it's lined up with its target. DART is speeding through space and will cover the last 4 miles of its journey in just 1 second. Coming up, we'll hear the final updates from mission operators and witness the big moment live from space. Samson, you have the best seat in the house. How are we looking?
You're right, Tahira. Front row tickets to the biggest event in town. and things are looking good. We are T-minus 10 minutes to impact, and DART is precision locked onto Dimorphos and zooming down the home stretch. Now we have
Biggest
lots to
event in
cover in the
town.
time we have left, and I'm thrilled to have with me Lori Glaze, Director of NASA's Planetary Science Division, with me for the ride. Lori, such a pleasure to have you.
Oh my gosh, I am so excited to be here and really happy that we are here in this final 10 minutes. We are almost
So this is supposed to be an image of the two asteroids in question. We're supposed to be hitting the smaller one.
It's really, it's great. I mean, they're excited. Every time there's a marker that we meet a milestone, everyone is cheering and very excited. But there's also almost a sense of a calm confidence that with every milestone, everything's going, as planned. We're found and we locked on the target as planned, pretty much at the right time. They're looking at the brightness and the reflectivity of the object, and it's more or less what they expected. Everything is performing as expected, and so there's a lot of cheering and happiness, but just kind of a sense, hey, we've been planning for this a long time, and we've got it.
We've got this. We've been planning for this.
What if
We can
NASA?
hear applause
Yeah,
left and right
you
throughout
never,
this evening, all good
you
signs.
never know.
What are they focused on at this critical juncture?
Cuba.
Lori? It is basically years of planning, 10 months of making
Cuba
sure to this point after launch.
could intercept it.
And they've
Cuba
been
could be
juggling a lot.
secretly
Is there anything
chilling with a
in particular
space,
that they are glued on
a
as we
space
enter
division,
this
and in their government,
Yeah, so the main thing they've been watching
a space program.
is, getting to that point
We
where
could get
do the
it. Could get
precision
intercepted
lock,
with.
where we
Could you
have
imagine
good
that
enough
all their work they
signal
put
coming
in gets
back and
blasted
enough
down?
confidence in where we are relative to Dimorphos that we could really do that precision lock onto the target. And it's hands off now, right? We're not, the spacecraft is going to drive itself, and really focused on that, that point where they could be precision locked.
Yeah, why? I don't know. Yeah, their camera res is pretty awful. Even on their, if you tune into their, no matter like how nice your phone is, it looks
probably should get smaller and smaller, and it is.
720p.
It looks really, really good right now.
Well, it sounds like the game of thinking, of wondering, really doesn't end until that last second comes to pass. So they can do a lot of great up until this point. We just have to see this through to these last few minutes. Well, and in a few minutes, speaking of that, all the years of thinking, of doing, planning, reacting is finally coming to an end. From 5 minutes to impact, there will be no more opportunity to send any commands to SmartNav in the Mission Operations Center. The team will be purely spectators, the data coming in, and they are just waiting it out like the rest of us for the first time. Lori, this is huge both from an
So after
operational
5
perspective
minutes,
and
they
also
can't.
an
They can't even
emotional
communicate with alleged DART.
Yeah, it is. I mean, you can imagine.
Once 5 minute hits, they won't be able to even
really
communicate with it. What happened, bro?
About it, and I've been engaged with this mission for the last 4.5 years that I've been.
We got 7 minutes and 9 seconds. I'm gonna also refresh it again, just in case we might be a tad bit behind.
And rehearsing, and it's
We're gonna make sure that we have the best res that's possible on the 720.
At this point, there's not much else they can do but watch and see the fruits of all their work.
Yeah, I've gotten to know.
If they shoot down a
many members
UFO
of
on
this
live
team
TV,
over the
right?
past few
Like,
months, and there's a lot of alpha individuals on there, right? You need a good mix of alpha people to make sure we get to this point. I can only imagine what they're feeling. Perhaps, like you said, a little bit of relief, a little bit of, can I let this go? I have worked for this one so long, and now we can no longer do anything. That moment is just coming up.
Yeah, but I think they're ready. I think they're at that point. You're getting some shots of
I think the shit quality is a kick in the face.
And you can see the excitement in her voice. She's so ready.
The shit quality
to show
is
the success of this mission.
Is a smack in the face. Is a smack in the face to the public on how stupid.
On now, the team will be hands off 2.5 minutes from impact. SmartNav, which
They sent a 1997 Nokia up on the front of this thing, and that's what we're getting to look through from the camera that's on like a 1997 Nokia.
This is blockbuster stuff, Lori.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. We are there. Yeah.
I have front row tickets. and
We've got
we are
5
very
minutes
soon
and
about
38
to
seconds
open
and
up
counting.
these airwaves
In
the
36
Mission
seconds, they
Operations
can't
Center.
make any
We'll
more
stay plugged in
adjustments
all
or
the way
nothing.
through impact. Remember, at this point, 5 minutes out, no more commands to SmartNav will be possible. The team is watching it just like you and me and the rest of us.
Yeah, why can't we see anything?
All right, we've reached 5 minutes from impact. The final command opportunity to SmartNav has passed, and the team is simply watching that data stream in just like we are. Also remember, there is a 38-second lag for the data to travel to Earth, and also an additional few more seconds for image processing. It's important to note that. You should be hearing the chatter in the Mission Operations Center momentarily.
This is Dart MSC and DT Mach. 5 minutes till impact. 5 minutes till impact. We are at 1,100 miles away. Also, our window for sending any commands to the spacecraft is done. Contingency's done.
This is a great vibe in that Mission
All right.
Operations Center right now, Lori.
It really is. They are so excited. And
Investigation
I'm honing in, looking at these images as we get closer and closer, and you look at Didymos.
This is what I think that's going to happen.
See this physical body appear there.
Let me say, I feel like what I think is going to happen is this image that we get to see, this image that they're providing is only going to continuously keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. We're not getting a better view of it. It's not going to get more clear. It's going to be this rock bigger. It's going to be that little rock much bigger. Like at some point, the data is going to cut off because of the impact itself. The item is going to, be destroyed, or whatever that image, whatever camera it's running on, allegedly, will obviously be destroyed from impact. This thing is flying like at thousands of miles per hour. So it's just going to cut data, like the video feed would drop, in theory. I don't know how much I believe of this, though, to be honest with you.
It's just great to see him there. This is so cool.
Lori, we hit another major milestone. We are now 2 minutes and a half from impact, and SmartNav has stopped maneuvering the spacecraft. DART is now coasting toward Dimorphos, and we hope into the history books.
All right, we're nearing the 2-minute mark.
This will be, I'm sure you've heard it many times tonight, humanity's first ever attempt at trying to move another celestial body, and also our first attempt ever to execute a mission in
We've got 2 minutes or less.
of planetary defense. So what an exciting time.
Neither objects are rotating, etc. Like, yeah.
View there, you can see it starting to take shape. I'm starting to
Yeah, let's look at this real quick. So look at this bigger object. It looks like an egg or a marshmallow that got wet. Or I think they're going to end up passing that.
All eyes on this event.
And
Space telescopes, ground telescopes from every continent on Earth.
Yeah.
All right. 2 minutes out.
Does not look like one single rock to me.
Oh, boy, we're getting close.
14,000 miles per hour, Lori.
14,000 miles per hour, and remember, 45 minutes ago, 55 minutes ago, we couldn't even resolve this object in space, and now we are, you can see us zeroing in right on target.
And we're now dropping the clock, and we'll go by loss of signal to confirm impact.
Right. Yes. Imagine we'll get that loss of signal, and then we'll hear from Lena Adams again, letting us know that we've been successful.
I feel like that'll be a crystal clear signal.
I think so. I think we're starting to see more more resolution. In fact, look at that. Didymos has even gone out of the view. We're now just seeing Dimorphos.
This is remarkable stuff.
What are they really shooting? Let's think about that. What is that? This is like, I think, a tenth of the true story. I don't believe it. I don't quite believe
We're
this.
going to get the investigation team some good pictures.
There's some stuff they're not letting us know.
Wow.
No, come on, we can do better.
Oh, it's just got a perfect black line cut through the side of it. That's because the visible light they're claiming is coming from our sun, 7 million billion jillion billion miles away, right? Because it's in our galaxy.
Oh my
This-
goodness, look at that.
Oh, it's gonna get clear.
Unbelievable. Yeah.
I don't believe this, man.
Looks to me like we're headed straight in. Oh, wow.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. 8,
Yeah.
7,
Oh,
6,
wow.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, wow.
Awaiting visual confirmation.
All right. Let's see. We got it? Waiting.
And we have impact. A giant leap for humanity in the name of planetary defense.
Woo. Fantastic. Oh, fantastic. Oh.
What a moment. Very few words can really capture this moment. This is beautiful to watch. Amazing.
What a
This
team.
is-
What a team and what an
a
accomplishment.
team. A few weeks ago, they had their last dress rehearsal. They were getting emotional at the dress rehearsal, and they're like, "This is crazy. We're getting emotional. This is not the real thing." I can only imagine what they are feeling right now.
Yes. Well, you can see them there on screen. They're all pretty excited. Wow.
Hearing impact, the
I hate
curtains
this
close
world.
on Draco feed.
I hate this
That
world.
raw joy from the team, years of hard work and the weight of expectation lifted off their shoulders. This is amazing.
So what do you guys think? There was the actual impact with Dimorphos, a alleged asteroid attached to a much larger asteroid. It's also got a similar name. NASA just provided us clear footage of pretty much the entire trajectory from launch to impact. This is a work that they have actually finished. This actually is the ending. Well, not the ending, but this is they put a lot of work in to get to this point. This, over the last few years, I think it took them to actually build this project and actually execute it. What are they going to do next? I think there's a lot of information that we don't get to see. I honestly don't think I really don't think they're telling us the whole deal. So I kind of have mixed feelings about it, and I don't just immediately take it for face value because I'm seeing it live on. I think my streams to this video game that I play are in 10 times better quality. These mother humpers got trillions of dollars at their disposal. Why is the imagery so crappy? Why did they send up a Nextel camera from a Nextel phone from 2001 up there? Like, I don't get it. I really don't. So, Bev Chips is allegedly safe as well, and I've never seen anybody ever talk about getting any kind of discipline from Rockstar in those regards. But either way, that is the dart, guys. There's the dart that NASA just launched live here on their channel on YouTube. That's the impact with the asteroid. Now, if you're looking outside, you may see something if you're on a certain side of the world. I don't know. I've got cameras on my property that are recording right now that I'll have to take and go back over and look at later to see if there's anything that we can catch. But either way, I just wanted to go live and show that to you. Give a reaction to NASA's DART.
And I don't have to talk about it as